Now, the next step is to set our pricing. So what is our break even? What is our profit percentage? How much profit do we want to make? So we're going to set all of that right here, right now. We only have to set this once, and then every product that we add will automatically be priced according to the settings that we configured here. So you can see here in the cheat sheet that you have a link to Amazon referral fees. I'm just going to click on it, open up that page. And here, if you click on this little plus here, Amazon keeps changing this page, but this is how it works now. So we click on the plus, it opens up this little drop down, and here we can see the product category. So what category we're selling under, whether it's baby products, clothing and accessories, consumer electronics, and so forth. And we can see that each category that we list in has a referral fee percentage. So we're not going to sell Amazon device accessories. Wow, 45%, that is crazy, but we can't dropship those devices anyway. I already gave you the list of what you can and cannot sell, so we'll make it easy for you. But let's say you're selling something in baby products. So here you're going to pay 8% if it's less than $10 or 15% if it's more. Most chances are you're going to sell for more than $10, otherwise you're not really profiting that much. So you can see that the average here is 15% and the minimum amount has to be 30 cents. So if that 15% or 8% doesn't surpass 30 cents, then 30 cents is going to be the minimum that you're going to pay here. But you're not going to pay the category fee and the minimal fee amount. So it's one or the other, the highest one. Next, you've got backpacks, handbags, luggage, things like that is 15%. Consumer electronics is 8%, which is relatively low. And you can kind of just go here to the categories and see what the referral percentages are. Now, because there's a lot of different percentages here, I like to kind of average it out. And here I can see that most of the percentages are 15%. Sure, some are higher, but we're not going to sell in those categories. And some are also lower, meaning we're going to make more profit if we have our break even set at 15% and we sold from a category that only takes 8%. But because we're setting a break even that's going to be the same for all of the products that we import, we have to select what is that one break even percentage that we can live with that's going to most likely repeat itself, which in this case is 15%. So this means that we are going to set a break even on AutoDS of just 15%. And again, if we make a sell on a category that takes less, that's great. That's more profit in our pockets. But just to make sure that we're always on the higher profit margin, we're going to set a break even of 15%. So this is how that's done. You can see here the navigation on AutoDS to get to that. So you're going to go to AutoDS, settings, supplier settings, and pricing. Make sure that you selected your store and the supplier that you're going to import from, where you want these rules to exist. So let me show you what that means. On AutoDS, we're going to click here on settings. And then here we're on supplier settings. I'm going to select my store, which in this case is my Amazon store, and the supplier that I want these rules to be true on. So what does that mean? This means that let's say I select now AliExpress China. This means that every time I import a product from AliExpress China to my Amazon store, then I want these rules to happen. And here we're talking about the pricing. So we're going to click here on the pricing column. And now we're going to set our break even. So that is fees right here. You can also click on help me calculate if you want to know how to build up the fees and how much break even you're actually paying. But we already saw it on the Amazon referral fees page. And we know that the highest we're ever going to pay is 15%. So this means that if I sold a product that costs $10 on Amazon, I'm going to pay a 15% fee. If it's $100, right, the selling price, again, 15% fee. So that means that if I sold a product for $100, I'm paying $15 fee to Amazon. Okay, next, do you have an extra fee amount in fixed price? I could say 30 cents, but it's going to be swallowed inside here anyway, so we don't really need that. Then you've got additional profit in percentages. So how much profit do you want to make every time you list a product from AliExpress to Amazon after your 15% break even? So here I want to make an extra, and I would say no less than 60% profit. Okay, then additional profit in a fixed price. I'm going to leave that on 0. Then you've got more things like default automation. We can go over pricing automation soon, but right now I just want to do the break even so that we can import products. Later, we'll do more advanced automation things. Okay, we've also got stuff like dynamic profits. So this is, for example, every time you add a product from, let's say, a cost range from $0 to $10, let's say here you want to make more profit because these products are really cheap. Okay, and you can keep this going. You can keep adding more rules like from 10 to 20. But again, we're not going to touch all of that stuff now. I want to keep it super simple for the beginning. Another thing that you can do is set price cents value. So this is a cool thing to have, especially if you don't want prices that end with like 0.44 cents. So you can round it to, let's say, 0.97 or 0.99. In any case, we are doing custom pricing here because let's say you enter a buy box listing that cost $30.99 and you want to be $29.99. So it's okay for the system to automate the price for you, but you can always change that in the variance column anyway. But I do want you to see how to set your break even. So every time you add a product, and let's say you forgot to do custom pricing, if you wanted to do that, then at least be in the right profit margin range after your break even. So I don't want anyone to sell things without a profit. So this should be your go-to. 15% break even, additional profit should be at least 60%. Most chances are you're going to make more than that, but this is the absolute minimum just in case you forgot to customly price your product and make it $1 or $2 cheaper than the cheapest seller in that featured or buy box. Okay, so now that we have our break even and profit percentage, don't forget that you can add it to more suppliers, but every time you make changes, go ahead and click on save down here. And you can see a little example here. So if the product costs $100, right, cost you $100 to purchase it from your supplier, and you want to make an extra 60% profit, and you're paying 15% break even fees, then the total product price here is going to be $188.24. And it's going to be rounded up to 0.99 cents because I have set price cents value configured here. So this is how the pricing is done. And don't forget that you want to do it for all of the suppliers that you're going to source from. So if you don't have it on the list here, you're just going to click where it says here, add supplier. And let's say I also want to do it for the private suppliers that I'm going to work with. I know that we haven't talked about suppliers yet. We're going to get to that. But here I can choose the AutoDS marketplace. And let's say the worldwide warehouse, doesn't matter where it's coming from. So I can also add settings for the supplier. So let's say I'm working from the suppliers that I have on the AutoDS marketplace, the private suppliers and so forth, which we'll go over soon. I'm going to click on add supplier. And now I've got the AutoDS marketplace here, and I can again set my break even here. So every time I add products from the AutoDS marketplace to my Amazon store, again, 15% break even and 0 additional profit here. Sorry, this is supposed to be 60%. Now you can copy details from another supplier. I don't know if you noticed, but I just had that option. So you won't have to do this all the time. Okay, so next time you add a supplier, you can say copy from another provider and choose the other provider. Like let's say it was AliExpress China, which I already had configured here. So now it's going to add that AliExpress UK supplier with the details that I already had, right? My saved 15%, my 60% additional profit. So you don't have to do it every time you add a new supplier. Okay, so hopefully that's all clear. We added AutoDS to Amazon, we have automation connected, and we set our break-even profit percentage. So every time we add a product, it will be priced correctly before we make any additional changes if needed. Now, I know that you're hungry to import your product, and I still need to fulfill that order that I got. And plus, you need to start selling. But before that, we have to do a few more boring things that you only have to do once. Think about it this way. Everything that we did up until now doesn't have to be repeated except for product research. You don't need to register for your Amazon account anymore. You don't need to pass verification because you already did it. You don't need to connect Amazon to AutoDS because that's already done. You don't need to configure your break even anymore because you only have to do that once. Same thing for the next section. We now need to set our warehouse settings, our shipping settings, our policies, our returns. All of that needs to be set up. So when we enter a buy box, when we import new products, everything will be configured. How fast do we ship? What is the shipping cost? Where are we shipping from? So we're going to configure all of that boring stuff just one time. Let's get it out of the way, guys. Import our products and start making sales.